The silence in NASA's Deep Space Network monitoring station was broken by an alarm that would change everything we thought we knew about our solar system. Dr. Sarah Chen's coffee cup crashed to the floor as data streams flooded her workstation. With readings that seemed impossible, Jupiter, our massive gas giant, was showing energy signatures that defied every law of physics NASA had ever documented. The readings weren't coming from the planet itself, but from something massive positioned in its orbital path. Something artificial. Something enormous. Something that wasn't supposed to exist. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to learn will shake your understanding of space exploration forever. Drop a comment below telling us what you think this mysterious structure could be, because the truth is more incredible than fiction. The first indication that something extraordinary was happening came through routine monitoring of Jupiter's electromagnetic field on March 15th, when sensors detected massive energy fluctuations unlike anything previously recorded in our solar system. Dr. Chen, a senior astrophysicist with over 20 years of experience analyzing deep space phenomena, initially assumed the readings represented equipment malfunction or solar interference. However, multiple independent monitoring stations across 3 continents began reporting identical anomalous signatures, eliminating the possibility of localized technical errors. The energy patterns showed characteristics of industrial scale operations, with regular cycles suggesting systematic extraction processes operating on a scale that dwarfed any human space technology. What made the discovery even more disturbing was the structure's position, maintaining a perfectly stable orbit despite Jupiter's intense gravitational field and radiation environment that would destroy any known Earth-based spacecraft within hours. Advanced telescopic analysis revealed details that sent shockwaves through the classified levels of space agencies worldwide, as the structure appeared to be a massive artificial construction stretching approximately 43 kilometers in length and 18 kilometers in width. To put this in perspective, the structure was larger than Manhattan Island, floating in space and apparently thriving in one of the most hostile environments in our solar system. The surface showed geometric patterns impossible to achieve through natural formation, with what appeared to be docking bays, processing facilities, and massive collection arrays extending into Jupiter's upper atmosphere. Spectroscopic analysis indicated the construction materials contained elements not found in Earth's periodic table, suggesting manufacturing processes beyond current human capabilities. The structure's surface temperature remained remarkably stable despite exposure to Jupiter's extreme radiation, indicating advanced shielding technology that could revolutionize space exploration if understood. The technology being employed by this mysterious structure appeared to violate several fundamental principles of physics as currently understood by terrestrial science, particularly in the realm of energy extraction and gravitational manipulation. Detailed sensor readings showed the structure was actively harvesting Jupiter's atmospheric gases through methods that seemed to compress and process materials at the molecular level in real time. The energy required for such operations would exceed the total power output of every nuclear reactor on Earth combined, yet the structure showed no external power source visible to human instruments. Most disturbing was evidence of gravitational field manipulation as the structure maintained its position through what appeared to be localized alterations to spacetime itself. This technology suggested mastery of forces that human scientists theoretically understand but cannot practically manipulate, raising questions about the origin and intent of whatever intelligence had constructed this facility. The mining operation itself demonstrated sophistication that challenged everything scientists thought they knew about resource extraction in space environments, with the structure deploying what appeared to be atmospheric processors capable of separating and refining Jupiter's complex chemical composition. These processes worked continuously, extracting rare isotopes including helium-3, deuterium, and other materials essential for advanced fusion reactions that Earth desperately needs for clean energy development. The scale of the operation suggested long-term systematic exploitation, with storage facilities visible on the structure's surface indicating massive stockpiling of processed materials. What made this particularly concerning was the efficiency rate. As calculations suggested, the facility could extract more usable fusion fuel in 1 month than humanity had ever produced in its entire space exploration history. The implications for Earth's energy future were staggering, as control of such technology could solve the planet's energy crisis or create unprecedented geopolitical instability. Intelligence agencies began classified assessments of the structure's potential threat level, with preliminary reports suggesting the technology gap between human capabilities and this facility was comparable to the difference between stone tools and modern manufacturing. Military strategists were particularly concerned about the structure's defensive capabilities, as any intelligence capable of building in Jupiter's harsh environment likely possessed advanced defensive systems. The structure's ability to manipulate. Gravitational fields could theoretically be weaponized, creating gravitational anomalies that could disrupt satellite orbits or even affect Earth's tectonic stability. Emergency protocols were activated across multiple government agencies, with contingency plans being developed for scenarios ranging from peaceful contact to potential invasion. The facility's sophisticated sensors likely detected Earth's monitoring attempts, raising questions about whether humanity had already been observed and evaluated by whoever controlled the structure. Government officials faced an unprecedented dilemma regarding public disclosure, as releasing information about the facility could trigger global panic while concealing it violated transparency principles democratic societies claim to uphold. Senior advisors argued that revealing the existence of technology so far beyond human capabilities could destabilize global markets, religious institutions, and scientific communities simultaneously. The potential for social upheaval was considered significant, as the facility's existence suggested either extraterrestrial intelligence or a breakaway human civilization with technology centuries ahead of mainstream development. International space treaties had no provisions for encounters with advanced industrial facilities of unknown origin, leaving legal frameworks inadequate for addressing the situation. Classification levels were raised to compartmentalized access, with information limited to individuals with specific need-to-know authorization and security clearances beyond typical top-secret classifications. The facility's impact on established scientific paradigms extended far beyond space exploration, challenging fundamental assumptions about technological development, energy production, and the possibility of advanced civilizations operating within our solar system. Physicists struggled to reconcile observed phenomena with accepted theories, as the structure's operations suggested mastery of forces that current human science barely understood theoretically. The facility's construction materials, energy systems, and operational processes indicated scientific knowledge accumulated over potentially thousands of years of advanced research and development. This raised disturbing questions about humanity's isolation in the universe and whether Earth had been under observation far longer than previously imagined. The facility's presence suggested that while humans struggled with basic space exploration, other intelligences had already developed sophisticated industrial capabilities for large-scale resource extraction. Economic analysts began modeling potential scenarios for how the facility's technology could impact Earth's resource markets, with preliminary assessments suggesting that access to the structure's capabilities could render traditional mining, energy production, and manufacturing obsolete virtually overnight. The facility's helium-3 extraction capabilities alone could provide clean fusion energy for Earth's entire population for millennia, while its advanced materials processing could solve rare earth element shortages critical for electronics manufacturing. However, the same technology in hostile hands could be used to manipulate commodity markets, create artificial scarcities, or leverage economic control over human civilization. The facility's operators, whoever they might be, possessed the capability to fundamentally alter Earth's economic systems without any input from human governments or international organizations. This realization prompted urgent classified discussions about planetary defense strategies and international cooperation frameworks for unprecedented scenarios. The structure's sophisticated design suggested not only advanced technology, but also extensive planning and resource allocation that implied a civilization with long-term strategic thinking, far exceeding human governmental or corporate planning horizons. Architectural analysis indicated the facility was designed for extended operation, potentially centuries or millennia, suggesting its builders possessed political or social stability unknown in human history. The facility's modular construction allowed for expansion and modification, indicating adaptive capabilities and continued technological development by its operators. This long-term perspective raised questions about humanity's role in whatever. Larger plans might exist for solar system resource development. The facility's position and design suggested it was part of a larger network of operations, with Jupiter serving as just one component in a system-wide industrialization process that humans were only beginning to discover. A's monitoring continued. Patterns emerged suggesting the facility's operations followed sophisticated scheduling that coordinated with other astronomical phenomena, indicating integration with larger systems, possibly spanning multiple planets or asteroid belts throughout the solar system. The precision of these operations suggested computational capabilities far exceeding anything humans had developed, with real-time adjustments for gravitational variations, solar radiation fluctuations, and atmospheric composition changes that would require processing power beyond Earth's most advanced supercomputers. The facility's operators demonstrated understanding of Jupiter's complex weather systems, using storm patterns and atmospheric currents to enhance extraction efficiency in ways that showed intimate knowledge of planetary dynamics. This level of integration suggested prolonged study and operation, raising questions about how long such activities had been occurring without human detection. The facility's stealth capabilities were evidently sophisticated, as its discovery appeared to be accidental rather than the result of systematic searching. The psychological impact on personnel with access to classified information about the IIE facility began showing measurable effects as individuals struggled to process implications of encountering technology so far beyond human capabilities. Counseling services were provided for staff members experiencing existential anxiety related to humanity's apparent technological insignificance compared to the facility's builders. Some personnel reported sleep disruption and concentration difficulties. After viewing detailed imagery and technical specifications of the structure, the facility's existence challenged fundamental assumptions about human uniqueness and technological progress that many individuals had never questioned. Professional obligations to maintain secrecy about the discovery created additional stress, as personnel were unable to discuss their concerns with family members or colleagues outside the classified program. Special support groups were established for affected personnel, though participation required additional security clearances and psychological evaluation. Military implications of the facility's technology prompted urgent reviews of national defense strategies as existing weapons systems, and protective measures were likely obsolete against the level of technology demonstrated by the structure's operations. Defense analysts concluded that any civilization capable of building industrial facilities in Jupiter's environment probably possessed military capabilities that could neutralize Earth's entire defense infrastructure without significant effort. Strategic planners faced the unprecedented challenge of developing response protocols for contact with entities possessing overwhelming technological superiority. Traditional military doctrine assumed roughly comparable technological levels between potential adversaries, but the Jupiter facility suggested an opponent with capabilities approaching science fiction. Emergency war games were conducted using highly classified scenario parameters, though results consistently showed human military. Options were extremely limited regardless of a strategic approach. The facility's technology could potentially disable global communications, navigation systems, and power grids without direct confrontation. Scientific teams working on analysis of the facility's operations discovered evidence suggesting the structure's builders possessed detailed knowledge of human technological development and space exploration capabilities. The facility's shielding systems appeared designed to avoid detection by Earth-based sensors until reaching advanced operational status, suggesting awareness of human monitoring capabilities and deliberate concealment during construction phases. This raised disturbing questions about surveillance of Earth's technological progress and whether humanity's space exploration activities had been observed and analyzed by the facility's operators. The timing of the facility's discovery coincided with recent advances in Earth's deep space monitoring technology, suggesting either coincidence or calculated revelation when humans reached sufficient technological level to detect and understand basic operational parameters. Intelligence analysts debated whether the facility's detection represented an accident, a test, or preparation for eventual contact with its builders. The facility's environmental impact on Jupiter's atmospheric system showed remarkable sophistication in minimizing disruption to natural processes, suggesting either advanced ecological understanding or resource management principles that valued planetary stability. Unlike human industrial operations, which typically generated significant environmental damage, the facility's extraction processes appeared to work in harmony with Jupiter's natural atmospheric circulation patterns. This suggested ethical or practical considerations that prioritized long-term sustainability over short-term extraction efficiency. The facility's operators demonstrated planning horizons that extended far beyond human corporate or governmental decision-making cycles, indicating social or political systems with unprecedented stability and continuity. This raised questions about the nature of the civilization that had constructed the facility and whether their approach to resource utilization could provide models for sustainable development that humans desperately needed to learn. International cooperation among space agencies reached levels unprecedented in human space exploration history, as the magnitude of the discovery transcended national interests and competitive considerations. Traditional rivals in space exploration began sharing classified technical data and analytical resources to better understand the facility's implications for human civilization. Emergency protocols were established for coordinating response strategies, should the facility's operators attempt direct contact with Earth governments or space agencies. The discovery prompted serious discussions about unified planetary representation, as existing international organizations were inadequate for managing contact with technologically superior civilizations. Proposals emerged for establishing new, international institutions specifically designed to handle extraterrestrial contact scenarios, though political obstacles remained significant. The facility's existence provided powerful motivation for increased international cooperation in space exploration and planetary defense initiatives. As weeks turned to months, the facility's operations continued with mechanical precision that never varied despite Earth's intensive monitoring and analysis efforts. The structure showed no response to various attempts at communication, from radio signals to laser pulses, maintaining its systematic resource extraction as if human observation was irrelevant to its mission parameters. This indifference was perhaps more disturbing than hostile response would have been, suggesting humanity's entire civilization might be considered too primitive for acknowledgement.